Professor Warren, I think the abysmal record of these mortgage servicers is pretty well chronicled. I have over 100 cases at any given time in my office alone. They lose documents, they're unresponsive, they give conflicting guidance, they refuse to process payments, they have false negative credit reporting. All of that's going on, and it's terrible for the people generally, but it's even more terrible when they do it with respect to our service members who are deployed overseas. So I want to ask you about a particular case, a case of Captain Kenneth Gonzalez in the United States Army. Would you put that up, please? I think you may be familiar with this case, and I want to ask you about it. He was deployed to Iraq as a lieutenant from December of 2009 to December of 2010. His bank, Chase, told Captain Gonzalez's wife to submit their mortgage payments by using money orders. So she did it. But Chase then failed to process the payments. Then they submitted inaccurate negative reports to the credit bureaus, which then affected and badly impacted Captain Gonzalez's security clearance while he was still deployed. The military JAG officer tried to help him, but she described the uphill battle that she had when she wrote an email to the American Bar Association. I'd like to quote it for you. She said, "To be honest, I've not been able to do anything for this client. I'm just talking to clerks at the customer service section who refuse to talk to me without a letter of authorization, which I've sent in 4 separate times to 4 separate fax numbers. I'm given a different one every time and told processing takes 48 to 72 hours. I've left voice messages with 2 supervisors and no one calls me back. Basically, I just need to talk with a human being that will listen to the facts of this case and who will understand the need to make it right." Professor Warren, if this JAG officer can't get any reaction from a mortgage servicer, how do we expect that our members in the service who are overseas in Iraq and Afghanistan are going to get some response?
I think you have put your finger on the problem, Congressman. These systems are not designed to be responsive.
Well, Chase had clear errors and clear abusive practices. They then tried to charge Captain Gonzalez fees. When they finally admitted they were wrong on the whole process and tried to help him unwind all the damage that had been done to him. So how often are mortgage services initiating these types of unlawful foreclosures and fee collections or whatever, and then charge more fees at the back end? How often does that go on?
Congressman, we do not know. There have not been full investigations of this, and there is no public information on this.
Well, as I said at the outset, this is far from unique in a situation. I think everybody on both sides of this dais have had these kinds of complaints coming in from their constituents, some, no doubt, from people that are in the service, and that's why it's critical that we get the documents the ranking member has subpoenaed and asked this committee to subpoena, and that we go through and we thoroughly investigate all these illegalities and these abuses. No service member should spend his or her personal time while they're in Iraq or Afghanistan trying to unwind customer service mistakes from a bank that just isn't doing the job they should do, nor should their family be evicted from their home and foreclosed upon. Thank you. I yield back. I yield to Ms. Maloney, if she likes.
There have been a number of settlements